I still don't know if I helped a victim, or if I stopped for someone who had just done something unforgivable. And I think the worst part is this. I'll probably never know which one it was. My name is Christophe. I'm 18 years old, and I live in Gatineau, Canada. If you don't know the area, Gatineau is a quiet city right next to Ottawa. Nothing really happens here, especially at night. This happened about 2 months ago, and I think about it almost every night. That evening, I had been at my girlfriend's place. She lives about 25 minutes away by car. I left around 1:30 in the morning. It was a weekday. The roads were completely empty, no traffic, no people, just streetlights and silence. I was about 10 minutes from home, driving along a wide road that runs next to a river. It's poorly lit. At night, your headlights are basically the only thing letting you see anything. I had just passed an intersection with a convenience store and a McDonald's. Then, about 100 meters later, I saw something in the road. At first, it was just a shape, a silhouette, moving strangely in my headlights. Then I realized it was running, zigzagging, right in the middle of the street. My first thought was that it had to be someone drunk or high. No normal person runs like that in the middle of an empty road at night. But as I got closer, the shape became clearer. It was a young woman, early to mid-20s. She was waving her arms wildly, not playfully, desperately, like she was begging someone to stop. And instantly, my mind went somewhere dark. I thought about all those stories, the ones where someone pretends to need help, the ones where stopping your car is the mistake you never come back from. So I made a decision. I wasn't going to stop. As I passed her, it only took a fraction of a second. I saw her face. She wasn't drunk. She wasn't acting. She looked terrified. I drove another second, maybe to then I did something that still makes my stomach twist. I slammed the brakes, made a U-turn, and went back. I stopped about 7 meters away and cracked my window open slightly. I didn't even get the chance to speak. She turned around and ran straight at my car. I panicked and rolled the window back up instantly. She grabbed the rear passenger door handle behind me and tried to open it again and again and again. The doors were locked. Through the glass, I could hear her screaming, "Call the police! Call the police!" My hands were shaking as I dialed 911. While it was ringing, I lowered my window just a few centimeters and said, Okay, calm down. I'm calling the police. You're safe." Something about that made her stop. She wasn't aggressive anymore. She wasn't erratic. She just looked broken. She didn't seem intoxicated at all. Just pure panic. She told me she was going to walk back toward the convenience store I had just passed. About 100 meters away, she started walking. I followed her slowly in my car, barely moving. Still on the phone with the dispatcher, I explained everything. A young woman, running in the road, screaming for help, clearly distressed. By the time we reached the convenience store, both it and the McDonald's were closed. There was no one else around, just her and me standing under harsh gas station lights. She leaned against the wall and started crying, and for the first time, I could really see her. That's when I noticed her hands. They were completely covered in blood, not smeared, not splattered, not soaked. I had never seen that much blood in my life. My heart started pounding so hard I could hear it. I asked her quietly, "Ma'am, are you injured?" She shook her head. "No." I swallowed and asked, "Is that your blood?" She looked down at her hands. Then she said, "No." My mind went blank. If it wasn't her blood, then whose was it? There was a long silence, 10 seconds, maybe more. Then she broke. She cried harder than before and said, in a voice I'll never forget, "I'm so ashamed of what I did. They will never forgive me." Before I could ask anything else, A police car pulled up fast. 2 officers stepped out. One of them took my name and phone number and told me I could leave immediately. The other went straight to her. I didn't argue. I drove away. That was the last time I saw her. It's been 2 months, no call from the police, no follow-up, no news article, no missing persons report, no crime reported anywhere, nothing about my friends, and I have tried to make sense of it. We've come up with theories, some of them very dark, but every explanation falls apart somewhere. If the blood wasn't hers, that explains part of it. Her words explain another part, but nothing explains everything. Sometimes I wonder if I helped a victim. Other times, I wonder if I unknowingly stopped for someone who had just done something unforgivable. And sometimes, I think the scariest part isn't what happened that night, it's that I'll probably never know the truth.